Hello everybody, it's KB Girl here today to do a fun little video. So guys, in today's video, I'm going to be working on my leopard gecko enclosures. So basically guys, I have been wanting to do this for quite some time. You've probably heard me mention it multiple times in multiple different videos, but I have been wanting to give my leopard geckos some more enrichment through a digging area for quite some time. And I finally got the dirt and everything prepared. Basically, I want to give my two, normal, I know it's weird to say, but my Leos who are healthy, I want to give them basically half of the enclosure with soil mixed with sand. So I do have some topsoil. Let me grab it. I have 2 bags of this. So this is the topsoil I will be using. And before anybody asks, I got my topsoil from my uncle because he's the manager of a materials plant, so rocks, sand, soil. He had topsoil and he grabbed me 2 bags of that, and then he sterilized it for me. I love him. So he already sterilized it, so I don't have to worry about that. If you are going to use topsoil with no fertilizer, that's what you should use. Make sure you bake it for about I think 2 hours or more to kill anything that's in it. So bugs, seeds, stuff like that. Make sure you get that and sterilize it. So my uncle already did it. I love him. He is the best. Would die for him. He already got me that, so basically I can just right away get started on mixing it with sand. So the sand I'm going to be using is Child's Play sand. It's what I use for my hamster. I'm going to do a mixture of 30% sand, 70% soil, and we're going to get started on that. And then I also have some rocks I need to sterilize, and yeah, let's get started. Okay guys, so I have some rocks I need to sterilize. These are the ones I'm going to be using to create a little barrier in between the soil and the flat area of the enclosure. So basically, I'm going to put water in this pot, put them in the pot, and bring it to a boil all together. That way it kills anything that is on them. So yeah, I don't want to bake them because if I bake them and they have liquid in them, they can explode, and I don't want that. But I also don't want to wash them in bleach, because I just don't feel comfortable washing something in bleach and then rinsing it off and hoping that it's all off. It just makes me nervous. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so for the next step, I am going to be taking my sand and this empty bucket and the dirt and basically getting a cup, which I have to grab, and basically doing 10 scoops, 7 dirt, 3 sand, mixing it, and then doing the same thing over and over again until I have the right amount to add to both enclosures. So yeah, that's exciting. Let me go show you guys the leopard gecko enclosures as of right now. So here they are right now, and this was what they are looking like. I'm going to have to do a deep clean of them before I add the dirt because I want the enclosure to be as clean as possible. I just fed you not too long ago. Why are you such a hungry hippo? So I'm going to have to wipe all this down and just do a deep clean of the glass and everything, and get up all the poop and stuff, and just make sure it looks nice and remove everything so I can decorate and all of that. I'm going to probably remove the leopard geckos for this, that way they are out of the way and I don't risk hurting them or stressing them out too much. And then here is Miss Octavia's. Octavia's has always been a little simple for my taste, so this will add a nice little freshness to it. And then I'm going to a reptile expo next weekend. Look at how dirty that glass is. But I'm going to a reptile expo next weekend, and I will be getting hopefully some corkwood, and that will be added to both enclosures. So yeah. Okay, so here is the mixture. I did 30% sand, 70% soil, like I said. Honestly, I think this will be more than enough. And then I did boil the rocks. I didn't show me actually finishing boiling them because I realized that's kind of unsafe. So guys, just don't do what I did because rocks can still explode if you boil them. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. So yeah, I pulled a dumb. So here they are. Basically, what I plan on doing is using these as like the barrier to prevent the soil from being throughout the whole entire enclosure. At some point, I want to get more like flat slated rocks and bigger rocks, but that might take a minute because I want to also get either a deep heat projector or some kind of heat lamp that is safe for leopard geckos that I can use. That way they have like a basking spot that they can use if they want to, because I kind of like that idea. So yeah. Now then, let's go get started on working on these enclosures. Okay, so for some reason my camera didn't record me cleaning it out and getting Augie out of here, but here I am just cleaning everything. I made sure to wipe down the mat. I also ended up taping up this a little bit better just because Augie likes to climb behind it sometimes and it frustrates me. But as you can see here, I'm just working on the enclosure and making sure it is clean before we get started on adding the new decor and soil. So this is just a little hack. I use a paintbrush to sweep up things in my reptile enclosures because it makes it so much easier than using like a big dustpan brush. So if you need a little hack, there's one for ya. Here, I'm just starting to add the rocks to create the barrier. I was kind of testing out, seeing how I could place them. I wanted to make sure I wouldn't place them in a way that could possibly hurt my geckos in some way, aka them getting their foot caught or something like that, so I made sure that that would not happen. Also, if you're wondering, I'm wearing gloves because I hate getting dirt under my fingernails. It's like my biggest pet peeve, so I wore gloves to prevent that from happening. Okay guys, so you guys watched me set that up. Now let's get Mr. Augie in here. So, I plan on getting some corkwood to maybe add like a hide right here, but I'm pretty happy with it. I like the amount of foliage I have. It gives him a lot of hiding space. Again, in the future it may change because I would like to somehow give him a slat of rock to like bask on and put like a lighting system on here somehow, but that'll be a work in progress for this summer. So I did put him in a container here because he likes to try to bite and he would have gotten way too stressed out. So let me open this so he can escape. Hi, Augie. You wanna go? Aren't his colors beautiful? He looks a lot more yellow in real life. He's like pissed. Can you tell? He's like super angry. Augie really likes climbing. It's just something he really enjoys. So I make sure to give him a lot of wood that he can climb on because, again, it's something I always find him doing. He's such a goofball. So I tried to get some videos of Augie exploring the enclosure, but honestly, he wasn't having it. He was like, I'm gonna do this while you're asleep, and then you can't get any footage. And this is the best that I got, so I'm so sorry. Now we're gonna do Octavia. She's even worse. So I actually didn't film this part, but Augie tried to bite me whenever I went to get him out. He's hungry. I'm probably gonna feed them tonight. And then Octavia, I can't pick her up without her trying to assault me with her teeth. So it might be a little bit of a hassle and a little bit of a struggle. And because this is a top opening enclosure, I think it just stresses her out having me reach down. So her enclosure will probably be like upgraded this summer into an Exoterra, just so that way it's easier for me to access her. But yeah, there she is. She's hungry too. We're kind of gonna do the same thing for her. We're gonna basically do on this side because her heat mat's over there, and it'll probably look pretty similar, so it won't be that exciting, but whatever. And then I might do Livia tonight. I might give her like a little corner over here with some just to test it out, and if she doesn't like it or if I don't see her using it, I will remove it. But yeah, let's get started on Miss Octavia, or Tavi. So I just want to apologize now for like the poor angle. It's incredibly difficult for me to film inside this enclosure simply because it's a top opening enclosure and I want you guys to be able to see everything. So yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Alrighty then guys, you saw me set that up. I do apologize that the angles were weird. It is incredibly difficult for me to get into this enclosure because it's top opening, so filming is also a little bit difficult, but here we go. Let me grab Octavia and we can put her inside. So yeah, I hope I'm not in the way of the camera. Back up just a little bit. So this is Octavia. I know you guys haven't seen her in a while, but this is she. She was my cousin's Leopard Gecko, and my cousin gave her to me after realizing that she did not want the long-term commitment of her. Originally, we thought she was a he, and we named, well, because I was there whenever she got her, we kind of helped name it. We named her Elliot originally, but now her name's Octavia. Augie's actually climbing right now, so let me just move up just real quick. There's Augie right now. Every single time I look at him, he stops, but he's having fun exploring. As you can tell, he's hungry though, so he might try to eat me. I'm kidding. Okay, so now here is Miss Livia's enclosure. So I do think I'm going to give her a little bit of a digging area, but make sure it is shallow and also easy for her to get into and get out of. So I'm going to make an opening for it because, as you can see, she does enjoy digging. So yeah, her enclosure also just needs a little cleanup in general. I mean, all the Leopard Gecko enclosures did. She probably thinks I'm about to feed her, so she's staring at her food bowl. You didn't eat all your mealworms from last night, so I don't see what the big deal is, Livia. You guys always have food and you don't eat it all. Anyways, so I'm gonna get her in the little carrier and then we will get started. I don't know how filming this is gonna go because this enclosure is so high. I have my tripod up on this chair. So there's that. So let's get started. Okay, so now we have Livia's enclosure. This one was the most difficult for me to figure out what to do with because it's smaller. And I also have to consider that Livia has metabolic bone disease. So it's pretty simple looking, not a lot of foliage. She does not really climb, so eventually I may remove this one if I notice she's not using it. I just try to give her more hiding areas. I'm actually going to move this rock and put it here instead. That way she has an easier way to climb. I don't really know how I feel about this. We'll have to see if she actually uses the space, because I feel like adding these rocks might have made it a little bit too much for her, but we'll see. She's hiding right now because she's really stressed out because I had to get her out of her enclosure. She had like a little freak out, and I was like, oh my god, stop. She actually did the worst out of the three, which is surprising considering, you know, I hold her the most for like stuck shed and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, there's that. Okay, so these have officially been set up for a few days. Here's an overview of the whole entire shelf. It's all organized and everything. Sorry if you hear Amelia. She's playing with some paper. But, yeah, everybody's all set up. And I'm really happy with them, and I think they look fantastic. And, yeah. Like I said, the only thing I want to add is possibly some corkwood, which I plan on getting from a reptile expo this weekend. So, yeah. Now, let's end the video. Anyways, guys, that's where I'm going to end the video. I hope you did enjoy seeing me set up my leopard gecko enclosures and working on them a little bit. If you did, like, subscribe. If you didn't, then goodbye. Check out my Instagram, link in the description, to see some cute leopard gecko pictures.